Welcome and thank you for joining our Music for Global Change broadcast with founder and music ambassador Skyler Jett and presenter Tom Bryant and Ryan Shewchuk. And our special guest today is Denice Newton. Welcome to the show, Denice Newton. You are an inspirational speaker and ambassador with the Africa Alive Education Foundation. You're also a published author and a friend of the show. You've been on the show before. It's great to have you back on the show. Welcome.
So what's happening, Denice? How's life? What's happening?
Yeah, you know how just taking it one day at a time, but looking forward to some great things. Honestly, looking forward to some good things happening.
Yeah.
Looking forward, and I think some things are coming.
They are coming.
Yes, I know. And you making some things happen.
I'm only trying. I'm just a part of it. You know?
Well, you're doing a really good job.
Thank you. So we're looking forward to your interview in the magazine.
Yes. I'm like a little kid at Christmas time with that.
Yeah. I mean, it's we got some major people in this edition.
Really, like who?
Well, a lot of movie people, kind of, from Star Wars to, and then I got all the background singers from Titanic on there.
Oh my God, oh my God. And little old me, get to be in that edition.
Well, yeah, and there's a whole lot of the big, huge people, bigger than us.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is so exciting. Really, it is.
Yeah.
It really is.
So,
and,
I mean, you're about to be all over Europe in a minute.
I can't wait. I am so excited. And in fact, when the ambassador comes on, we're supposed to be going over there to interview her for TV.
Okay.
So I know she was pretty excited about that. They're doing a documentary about, change makers, history makers, and things like that. Yeah. And so I've been asked to come to accompany them as a consultant. So I get to meet her in person. And
okay.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. So
yeah, I mean, your presence ain't gonna be in the United States too much no more.
Oh, I would love that because I don't recognize this place anyway.
Yeah. Oh wow, I can dig it. Well, are you gonna do a new TV show? I mean, radio show?
I am. I decided last week I got back on radio because there's so much going on, and people were actually messaging me saying, "Can you help me understand what's happening with this? What's happening with that? Do you have your radio show still? We need to talk. People need to understand." So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do that. So,
okay.
Yeah, I started last week, and so people are starting to come to the show now, and they're just trying to understand. They just want a platform to speak their hearts and their minds about everything that's going on.
Yeah, and it's amazing what's going on over there. We hear about it over here,
It's awful. I just want to break down and cry some days, to be honest with you, because I don't recognize this place anymore.
Yeah, gasoline's like 300 for a gallon now, huh?
I have a Honda Accord, and it takes like $80 almost to fill up my car.
How much did it used to take?
It used to take about $35.
Oh, that's a big increase, $50 or something, right?
It is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I am not happy about that at all.
I can dig it. I haven't driven a car in 8 years, right? I mean, the trains over here are just immaculate. They go everywhere, and
oh yeah. They need to do that here. They need to up our infrastructure and include things like that, because for reasons just like this.
Yeah. Well, no, I jump on the train and I'm in London in 50 minutes, right? I'm in central London. I can go anywhere from down. Once I get there, I'm gonna get on the underground, and I can move around everywhere you want to go, right? You can go to Paris in a couple of hours,
Really?
On the train, yes, 35 minutes on the plane.
Whoa.
Right?
See, you're gonna make me buy some more plane tickets here soon.
I've been seeing you posting all these countries and places.
So you know what's up.
Yeah, that usually leads to I'm ready to get the hell out of here kind of thing.
I'm ready to go. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I sit and look at those things all the time. The castles, all of these exotic places that you would never see, and I was like, I'm ready to go. It's time.
See, Tom's used to that because he live over here,
Yeah, I'm a jet setter, me, you know. God. No, you don't want to. You definitely don't want to drive in London, though. Take a cab or take a
No.
bus or take, the
Yeah.
tube. Tube's pretty good.
So, Denice, what about the next women's empowerment book?
I'm starting the outline. I've started the outline for that and how I want it to flow. And so all I need now to do is finish the outline. Then I want to start getting the people that I want to feature. So I want to do 50 again, like I did last time.
Okay.
And so I want them to be powerful people,
Oh,
so
yeah.
the outline is almost done. I probably can have that finished within the next 30 days. So, and then I want
Okay.
to start getting the women that I want to feature and start my interviews with them and things like that. Cause I would really like to I would really like to have the project completed by the end of the year or maybe the beginning of next year, but at least within the next 8 months. That's what I'm pushing for.
Right. And you probably got a publisher already set up for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Well, I'm all three of us. We knew a lot of powerful women. You know what I
I
mean?
know you do. I was going to tap into that, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So go tap into that because this is the time now. I think that, like I said before, women are really starting to take their places in the world and they're making a difference. And I tell you, over here in the United States, we need some powerful women at the helm of this country, because I believe if we get more women in high power places, we can get rid of some of this stuff that's going on, all of this division, this uneasiness, this unrest. You know what I mean? Women just have a different way of approaching leadership.
Well, how many women started a war?
Absolutely zero.
I'm just saying, right? So, all that
Absolutely
testosterone
zero.
stuff like that, like we need to
Yes.
that's the problem, right?
Therein lies the problem. Just sit back and give us an opportunity. That's all we're asking. Give us a chance.
Well, we got 218, we got 127 women in Congress. That had never happened before.
Oh gosh, that's a lot.
Yeah, 218. There was 127 women. So,
well, we need to increase that number
immensely, especially in the Senate, right?
If we don't, we're in big trouble. That's all I can say.
So I'm going to ask you about, what do you feel about social conscious music?
I believe that it's needed now more than ever. People are just so exasperated right now, Skyler, with the state of politics, the state of, with the inflation, with all the shootings. People are just fearful now. People are just uneasy. You can feel it when you're passing people, just in passing, that everybody is tense, and I think that any type of music that would soothe, and that's what I know social conscious music does. It soothes and give you a different way of looking at things, a more positive way. I think it's needed now more than ever. Because I know when I get real tense with everything that's going on, when I throw that jazz on or throw on any music that lifts my spirits, I can go a little bit further. So that music is definitely needed.
Yeah, and then what kind of songs do you think is best for now?
The kind of songs like you used to do that are topic specific, like when you did the thing about the plastic and all the things that, the litter and all of that stuff that we were doing, destroying the planet. And when you wrote about homelessness, that beautiful song that you did about homelessness and things like that, I think those topic specific songs is what we need, because if we're going through something and then here come a song that addresses that issue, I think that's a big thing and it's very helpful.
Yeah, and right now I'm just loving. Like last night I was at this club and this young lady sang and it was beautiful. Her voice was just. So she came over because the guy had told them now, what the comment was on. She came over, and I said, so what kind of music do you do? She says, well, my next record is going to be a positive music record. I'm like, well, I'm right up your alley for that. That's what I produce, right?
That's it.
So we're going to link up, and her voice is just like phenomenal, right? They had the other singers come on, but they all try to sound like Chaka or somebody that you already know. This young lady didn't go there. She had her own sound. That's the kind of people I'm looking for. very
Absolutely.
unique. You know, they got their own style, right? So I told her I can help her with that, and it's really wonderful. We've been having some amazing guests on, you know, and they
I've
come.
been seeing your postings. Yeah, you have.
Yeah, and people come on and tell their story, and they, you know, what they feel about positive music, and we're trying to keep that trend going. You know, make that move.
Yeah, we need it. I mean, it soothes the savage beast, as they say. Music can do that, and and we need something right now. The world needs something, and until people get in place that can address these issues, I don't see how it gets better. So we need people like you who you got your lane that you work in that can help. The next person may be somebody who's speaking. The next person may be somebody who's a writer. But whatever your talent is, get in place and use it. Now is critical for us to do that, because people are just losing all hope, and they're just losing faith in everything, in government and in humanity itself.
That's right.
They're losing faith, and it's a sad thing to watch.
Oh, it's amazing.
Really
Tom, you got a question for Denice?
What's next for you? I mean, what have you next got planned? What's in the pipeline?
Well, I'm working along with actually it's a group out of London. I haven't done anything with them yet because they're waiting for some investors to come with some money, but it's called NKM Media. They do film. It's a filmmaker. They you know, they're into movies and things like that. So I'm supposed to be joining that group and working on documentaries. So that is my next move, is to do documentaries. And our first one is supposed to be with the guest that you all are supposed to have today. Our first documentary was supposed to go over to South Africa by summer's end to interview her for this movie. And so it's supposed to be going to Netflix, from what I understand. So,
Ryan, you got a question?
I guess my question is, I mean, you guys obviously seem to have a long history together. Like, how did you guys meet? I mean, I'm curious to know how you met my dad.
How did we meet?
How did you guys connect? How did you connect? Yeah.
Okay, so at the time I had a radio show, and I was also listed on this site called radioguestlist.com, and this is where anybody that want to interview or any type of promotion, you could go find a radio host and then request to be on that particular show. Well, the lady that was acting as his agent at that time, she found me on radioguestlist.com, and so she got in touch with me. She said, I have this artist, and he's starting this movement for social conscious music. You know, he's performed with the Commodores, and she named that list of people that he's been with. She said, I'd like to know if you could interview him, you know, and because we were promoting his social conscious music. I was like, oh yeah, I want him. Yes, I want him on the show. So I think within a week, he was on my show, and we had just like such a blast on that show. Skyler and I had so much fun, and we had probably close to 50,000 listeners on that particular segment. And we had so much fun on that show. So at the end, like I usually say to all my guests, I look forward to maybe having you to come back again. So Skyler says to me, how about next week? And I said, you want to come back next week? And he said, yeah, and the week after that, and week after that. And he said, why don't we co-host? And I said, I had never thought about a co-host, but when I'm looking at who he is and his network, I was like, sure, let's do this. And from that next Tuesday for 3 years, he and I co-hosted that show.
Yeah, 3 years.
Wow.
And she goes, Skyler, what do we go call it? I said, it's not about the problem, it's about the solution, right? Mm-hmm. And she said, let's go, right? So it's called Solutions Now Radio, man. We just, every week, I mean, and it kept growing, you know, and then we started getting stars on, you know what I mean? And
yes, well, we had the whole Escovedo family on there. I was over the moon. Sheila E., her dad, her brothers. It was amazing.
Yeah.
The people that he would bring, Antoine Fisher, you know, Lenny Williams. I mean, the list goes on. I used to be sitting there like a kid at Christmas every week. Like, I'm actually sitting here talking to these people, and Skyler talking to them like, oh, this is my friend. We've been friends for this many years. I'm like, I'm sitting here talking to this individual. Am I really talking to Sheila E? Yeah, you're really talking to Sheila E. J. Anthony Brown. We just had a ball. That's how I came to
Stephanie
meet
Mills.
Skyler. Yeah, I sure did. Melba Moore.
Moore.
We had so many great guests and topics. I mean, we were very diverse. and the topics that we covered, and the people that we brought on. We did some politics sometimes. We did the Occupy Wall Street thing. We did a big segment on that. And the little girl that was missing one time, that I think her father was the one who actually was the cause of her being killed. But we had the little girl's parents on there. And we just had some amazing guests in general. So that's how I came to know Skyler. And for 3 years, we had a very hot radio show.
Yeah, it was one. We only met once in person, right?
Yeah, that's right, in Tennessee.
Down in Nashville, Tennessee, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it was so beautiful, and because we had the Prince of Benin.
Of Benin, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We had an African prince on the show. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And my wife got bit by a snake on that day.
I remember, yes. So you had to rush off and take her to the hospital.
I took her to the hospital while you guys were on the phone.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, just amazing. Well, it looks like the ambassador won't be making it because we got another guest coming on now. So I'll reschedule her. And
okay,
it's like you said, she's 80 something years old.
She's 80. Yeah, she's 85. It happened to us one time too. But I know you'll get back in touch with her. But I'll send her a message too and just say, "Oh, I heard you was going to be on this show today." Just kind of find out, where she is. But I know she has some people that's handling things for her. But sometimes she does her own thing. But like I said, she's up there in age. So
I got a couple of dates open in July, so I'll get in touch with her and try to push her in there.
And you'll love her. You'll love her. Honestly,
I remember from she was on our show.
Sure was. Sure, absolutely love her. So I'm sorry she couldn't make it today.
She's so powerful. I mean,
she is. You imagine getting kicked out of your homeland for 33 years, and you're under the threat of assassination every day because you spoke out against apartheid. That right there is something.
Well, I love the part where she goes, she was one of the first to vote as women in South Africa.
That's right.
That's a major accomplishment,
Yes, it is. Absolutely.
Well, I love you so much. Thanks for taking the time.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Around the world and all that.
I'm ready to go across the pond. Hopefully that'll be soon.
Oh, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, and then
that's right.
Tom and I get you out, you know what I mean? So we can hang out. Now, check this out. All three of us want to come on your radio show and you.
Oh, I got you covered. I got you. We're going to talk and see what a good date is for you guys. And we're going to do this.
Yeah,
no doubt about it. Yeah, we're going to do this.
We're trying to be celebrities too.
We're going to take over the world here. We're going to take over the world. That's what we're trying to do. Yeah. So Bryant has such a nice voice. Does he sing too?
My dad didn't officially bless me with the singing gene, but in the right scenario with the right amount of bourbon and karaoke night, it comes out. I didn't know I could sing. And, then I said, well, my dad's Skyler Jett. I better learn. I better figure.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't believe that for 1 second. I believe you can sing for real.
I want to hear myself. He ain't sing for me.
He got a perfect voice. I know he can sing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my radio voice here.
That's it. Voice. Oh yeah, start right there. You start there. He sure does.
If you think he got a radio voice, you ought to see my grandson, right? Mm-hmm. He got a serious. Really? Yeah, his son.
How old is he?
He's 16. You would think he was Shadow Stevens. I was like, man, what's going on? What's happening over here?
You got
look at all the talent in that family. Oh my God.
It's insane. It's insane. Well, listen, you fly safe. We love you.
I love you guys too.
I love you.
All right. Love you too. Bye guys.
Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all get together, music can save the world. Yeah. Music can save the world. Music can save the world. If we all come together, music can save the world. There's an urgency
Thank you so much for watching. To stay up to date, please click subscribe and hit the bell. You can also join our group on Facebook and find us on LinkedIn and Instagram.